I'll show you.
Okay, I'll watch.
I'll show you how I'm flying this one. So you will notice every element I'm going through, right? I'm trying to
Yeah.
look at the next obstacle every time. I don't know if it's laggy for you or is it okay?
No, no, not all.
Okay. So you see, I'm always lining myself up perfectly, and then I'm always in my screen. I'm always keeping the next element.
Yeah, your camera angle looks really low.
It's like 50, I think.
50. Okay.
For this drone, if you have anything higher, then you'll just be looking up at the sky because it has no power.
Yeah.
Let me check. Yeah, I'm at 50.
Okay, let me try 50 as well,
Mm-hmm.
because I was at 52, so I don't know.
All right.
Okay, I'll
Let
try
me
now.
watch. Yeah. So you see, so now you don't have the power. You don't have the power to bail you out of turns, right? And you have to really think about how you're taking each turn.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that.
Mm. So if you're struggling right now, just forget how you were flying the track before. Make sure you're making big lines on on every element, and then with each lap, as you get more comfortable, you can go tighter and tighter. So
Okay.
give yourself plenty of space, right? If it's a vertical element, you should go like split S into it. Just go higher. Give yourself maybe like 2 or 3 meters. Like here, go way higher. Exactly. And then here, just go wider, and with every lap, try to go tighter and tighter. Yeah, go high, go high.
There you go.
Cool. See, you tried to go too tight. So I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean when I say I want you to fly wider. So I'm not even gonna fly.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna fly full throttle, right? You don't need to fly full throttle to stay afloat with this drone. And I think for the first few flights, you really shouldn't go full throttle, and then just try to execute what we're talking about, right? So go wide, and then have really make sure you have plenty of time to line yourself up with the next gate, right?
Yeah.
So you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fly tight at all, and I'm not trying to fly fast. I'm just really making sure that I memorize the track well, and I line myself up with all the gates properly. And then as I keep flying the track and I get myself more and more comfortable, I can make the lines tighter and tighter.
Okay.
And this exactly translates to open class flying. I'll research for you. Yeah, but try to force yourself to not go to 100% throttle.
Okay. I'll have to probably. No,
Yeah,
that's it.
pretty much just hover through the track and make sure you're giving yourself a lot of time for each element. And then control the altitude, right? Like don't hit the ground. Try to control the altitude with your pitch rather than your throttle.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Oh, okay. What's that?
All right, good. You're still pumping the throttle too much. Try to keep it. Try to find like a point of your throttle where your drone goes forward, right, and doesn't drop in altitude, and then just keep it around there. obviously manipulate it a little bit, but not as much as you're doing now. Perfect. And I know maybe it seems counterintuitive that we're flying slow, that we're flying so slow, and it's a racing session. But it's about getting the fundamentals and then adding the speed later as when you understand the fundamentals. Yeah, perfect. And you're not manipulating the throttle that much. I like to see that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that now.
Perfect. You should go higher. You're really knife edge. You're really cutting that turn tight. Go a little
Yeah,
bit higher.
it's hard for me to do like a left thing on the left.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
go ahead and watch me.
Okay.
You see, I'm holding my throttle at about 50% and I'm still gaining altitude. So this is what I want you to do. Just work with pitch. Don't work with throttle. And then you see I'm giving myself plenty of room. I'm going very high. And then
Mhm.
so that will teach you this practice, that will teach you not to rely on your throttle and rather just rely on moving all the other axes.
Yeah, that's sort of what I needed because all I was really trying to do is not like improve. I was just trying to
Give it more
break the
gas.
leaderboard time.
Give it more gas, right? All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and try it. Go ahead and try that. I'll reset for you.
Hold on, my radio's going weird. Okay.
So I really want you to focus now on the dive gates, right? Going really high on those and then not moving the throttle.
Okay, go. Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, go again. No, I don't want to see the throttle going too high. Remember, higher, higher, higher
Oh
again.
yeah.
Nice. And then use a lot of pitch here. Again, again, again. Line yourself up. Line yourself up with the gate, right? You see where the gate is. Just when you're exiting, yep.
Yeah.
Look at the gate. Don't turn too much. Mm-hmm. But
Oh,
you use throttle now, right? Just go slowly, pitch up, and then turn. Yeah, exactly. Much better.
that was a bit weird.
So it's not necessary to fly the spec drone for this exercise, right? We could be flying open class. But since you're a beginner, I want you, like, in the future, to focus more on flying spec drones because you will get to a point where you're using full throttle, 100% of the throttle, all of the time, right? You will get there very quickly because the
Yeah.
drone is slow. So then it will be easier for you to analyze by yourself and compare with other times because it's like eliminating one axis, right? And
Mhm.
since everything is so much slower, you can really see and identify what how people are lining themselves up differently, or maybe if they're using more yaw in a given element, or if they're using more pitch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's gonna help you improve very quickly. Just focusing on flying spectrums mostly.
Mhm. Yeah, it's really helped me just get more focused on like actually hitting the gates instead of just
Just going at it, right?
going full pop like I used to.
Yeah.
I'm doing way better now
You are, you are.
on this.
It is looking much better. And I think and I think there are some tracks that you can probably beat your current 5-inch time with flying a spec drone.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
If you just have the correct lines, right? You're taking everything tight and not making any corrections.
Yeah, there's also another track. Um, it's sort of like it's really tight. It's not open like this one. It's just like yeah,
Do you know the name?
yeah. I do know the name, but it's really long. If you make me the host, then I'll just make it host back.
Sure, 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 sure. Don't need to make me host. I'll just make you host and then you can
Okay,
change the track.
that's fine.
And same idea, right? Same idea as before. Okay, and maybe one tip I can give you too, when you are flying a new track or you're trying to warm up on a track like this,
Yeah,
then really don't worry about going fast or going tight. Just try to make every line as beautiful as possible. Just try to go really smooth and then don't make any corrections, even if it's big, right? Just make sure everything is smooth and you're giving yourself enough room. If you crash, that is the worst thing that you can possibly do. Think about it like this.
okay, yeah,
The very first flight or the very first lap, it really doesn't need to be anything crazy, and nobody does a crazy first lap. So it's just about remembering the track again and getting familiar with it, right?
yeah. I got the same time as like my average time when I fly a fast drone and I crash a lot.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah,
So with the fast drone, if you really want to fly it too, you can apply the same concept. Just maybe don't go above 80, let's say 80% throttle, right?
yeah. Maybe put a throttle limit on.
I would. You don't need a throttle limit. Just force yourself not to go above 80%, and then keep it at that level. And I guarantee you, you will notice that you really don't need that much power to improve your times. Make sure you're flying smooth. Make sure you're lining up yourself up with the gates, and make sure you're not relying on the throttle that much.
Yeah, I was relying on the throttle so much on all the other tracks because I would just bail myself out a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really just helped me learn this drone now.
Hmm. I'm glad to hear it.
Also, what would you say I could practice to like help me hitting gates? Because sometimes I've just got problems like in real life, just flying into gates, like when I'm going fast.
Yeah, so the tip for that, just don't go too fast. Just fly at a speed where you're comfortable hitting the gates, and then when you're once you get comfortable, then you can start adding speed.